Oil spills, high carbon emissions, toxic gases, and pollution are some of the areas that the majority of people think that offshore drilling is a negative process and must be discontinued. However, there are some significant benefits of the process that must not be neglected and should be considered as integral elements for encouragement of the process. Offshore drilling is a mechanical process which allows the labor to drill the wellbore below the seabed and extract oil and natural gas which lies beneath the seabed rock formations. This process has pros and cons, and before supporting the cancellation of the process, the benefits it offers must be considered. Offshore drilling, while being dangerous, is worth a risk because of the benefits that result in providing more job opportunities, earning huge revenues to cover the potential cost to the environment, and protecting the aquatic species. Alright, first of all, offshore drilling provides benefits to the economy, which includes creating more job opportunities for general public, thus eliminating unemployment rate. The amount of oil and natural gas extracted every year through offshore drilling requires labor, and that is why job openings are expanded. Josh Brown states in his article of the Virginian pilot that James Fifth-DeCouch, an economist at Old Dominion University, estimated that if the industry was able to produce 350 billion cubic feet a year of natural gas, it would create about 2,578 jobs over 10 years. Every year, if offshore drilling produces 350 billion cubic feet of natural gas, the higher the jobs will be created, hiring as many people as possible to accomplish the tasks. The jobs created through offshore drilling would not only be high quality but also high paying, thus raising the standards of living. The Max Bottom Line article states that per IHS forecast, the number of jobs swelled to 2.5 million by 2015 and to nearly 3.5 million jobs in 2035. Noting this will be high quality and high paying jobs. Besides the core drilling jobs, so many associated jobs are there too in the offshore drilling, like onshore manufacturing, installing and operating drilling equipment, computer technology services, and legal and consultant jobs, and preparing food for core workers. These associated jobs also provide means of income for so many people who are not qualified enough for higher jobs. So, many people do not get jobs because of their low skills, and due to offshore drilling, such people are hired for side jobs and thus be breadwinners for their families. Unemployment is an integral issue for the economy, and if offshore drilling has the potential to generate more jobs and reduce unemployment rate, then we as a nation should support this process and persuade and convince others to do so too. Secondly, the offshore drilling provides low prices towards the producers as well as the consumers. And this system also covers all the costs that are incurred by the environmental damages. When extraction of oil and gas is done with lower cost for the producers, they use the saved money to cover costs for environmental damages. Ronald Bailey mentions in his article about a portion of Holm and Palsey's Passol's analysis, which states that on the cost side of the ledger, they calculated it will cost $17 per barrel to produce offshore oil at $50 per barrel, and $20 per barrel at $100 per barrel. With prices this low, it not only benefits the customers who pay less, but also the producers who cover the estimation cost by the revenues earned from these prices. Economic benefits that are provided by offshore drilling outweighs the potential environmental costs generated by the activities in offshore drilling. In an article, Jennifer Lau mentions a renowned analyst, Professor Timothy Considine, who says that the economic benefits of offshore oil and gas developments are likely to far exceed the economic value of environmental damages. Professor Timothy Considine, after economic analysis, said that all economic added value to offshore drilling would help in covering the cost for environmental damage, provided skilled labor, extracts oil and gas efficiently. Jennifer Lowry further adds offshore drilling from Delaware to Georgia would generate from 10 billions to 60 billions in added economic value, added with 2.6 billion to 11.6 billion tax revenue. While the total cost of the environmental, like air emission, carbon pollution, oil spills, are estimated from 395 million to 19 billion with a B. Such a clear statement above particularly emphasizes that the profit earned through offshore drilling has potential to cover for environmental costs too, which is assumed to be the biggest con of the process. This leaves us with another significant reason to support the process, doesn't it? Think about it, like two integral benefits mentioned so far are speaking volumes to support offshore drilling of oil and gas. Finally, it is true that offshore drilling causes some environmental damages, but this fact should not be neglected that they are performing a critical function for protection of marine life. The offshore rigs, because of their massive lattices, provide shelter and hiding places to the rockfish, economically important species to live and to hunt food. Arthur Goldfarb said in his newsletter that by one standard, California's oil rigs, not the estuaries of Louisiana, not the coral reefs of Moorea, not the seagrass beds of Australia, are the most productive marine habitats ever recorded, and by an order of magnitude too. Here specifically, the California's oil rigs are mentioned to explain the importance of our oil rigs in offshore drilling. They're so strong in magnitude that they provide strong habitats for the rockfish, a creature that is important for the economy and must be protected. Recent studies show that rockfish, which are economically important because of their higher sale value, cannot survive in the absence of massive platforms called oil rigs. It has been mentioned in a section of an article published by the University of California that the results showed that an average about 3/4 of the young bacalhau settling around platform arena would not survive in the absence of the platform. Since rockfish are economically important because of their sale value, they should be protected and increased, and this cannot be done if there are no oil rigs at the shores to give them shelter from their predators. Summing it up, it is a fact that offshore drilling is dangerous for the environment because of carbon pollution, harmful emission, oil spills, and release of toxic gases. However, the benefits that are achieved from offshore drilling should not be neglected, as they outweigh the disadvantage significantly. Extraction of oil and gas through offshore drilling provides integral benefits like creating job opportunities for millions, earning huge revenues to cover the environmental damages caused, and providing strong habitat for the marine life. More job opportunities mean lower unemployment rate, and that is beneficial for the economy as the productivity and efficiency increases. In a nutshell, offshore drilling sure does come up with several environmental damages, but the benefits it provides are worth the risk. And we as nations should support this process at least after being aware of the three benefits that have lots of potential and must not be overlooked.